Hey everybody, Sanbanana, welcome to my channel. Do make sure that you're subscribed and also do like the video. So listen, you guys. Well, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, okay? Happy Sunday. Pray for us and pray for our country because it's going through a lot right now. So listen, you guys, I'm going to do this story. I'm actually going to read it. This article written about Mihlali Mihlali's tax troubles, okay? But we're just going to change the wording here and maybe not say tax troubles, okay? We're going to say what? Tax blessings. Okay, she's having some SARS blessings. Okay, SARS is paying a special attention to Mihlali because she is very, very special. She's a beautiful, successful South African woman. How can SARS not pay attention to Mihlali? Okay, we've been wondering. Okay, I mean, can't you see her? Can't you see her? Also, she's looking, more and more yellow bone every day. Okay, so I was wondering, how is SARS not seeing her? Okay, but SARS can see me as dark as I am. I was not understanding it, okay? So now, you guys, she has been selected for the blessings of SARS in 2025. So we are going to read the story, okay? I think that as South Africans, we need to stop looking at SARS as the enemy. The same way that we need to stop looking at the members of SAPS as the enemies, even though it's very, very difficult to not do that. It's very, very difficult to look at the policeman in their uniform and not think the enemy, okay? Sometimes I've been thinking, if I was getting mugged and there was a policeman there and a stranger there, I might just run to a stranger. Because that uniform scares me too much, okay? So we need to work on looking at our SAPS members as not the enemies, the same way that we need to do that as SARS. Because most of the time, you don't want to pay your enemy. You don't want to give the money that you have worked hard for to your enemy. Okay, so if you look at SARS as a friend, you're just giving a friend money to run their household. Okay, if you don't give SARS the money, they are not able to run the household. What household is that? The household is South Africa with our dad Ramaphosa, a very absent dad, but dad nonetheless. You understand? Are they buying what they need to buy? We might not have a spoon in the kitchen, you understand? But maybe they are thinking of buying alcohol with the money. But we can't do nothing with it right now. We just have to keep on giving them the money so they can run the households. You understand? And then we can use the platforms that we have to point it out to God the Father. We do give you money, but really now we have enough alcohol. Can you buy the spoons now? The house needs a little bit of paint, okay? The bathroom is leaking, okay? Can you just fix that with the money that we give you? But let's not stop giving the father the money. Let's just give him the money. Every month, just give him the money so the household can run. You understand? So don't look at SARS as the enemy and don't look at yourself as the victim of SARS, because if you do that, you are going to end up not paying SARS. And that is the biggest mistake of your life, okay? So, Mihlali is receiving the blessings of SARS, so let's find out what's going on. I think the story is interesting to you guys because Mihlali is a content creator, okay? She's a content creator, but with influencers and content creators, sometimes they be saying, I'm a influencer content creator, but I also own some businesses, and maybe this article would help us to find out what businesses Mihlali has, okay? Does she have businesses? And I'm also just interested in all of these allowances that they're always talking about when they say they are receiving about 200,000 rands a month from men, okay? Is SARS interested in that? Or is that regarded as a donation? Okay, so it says here, Mihlali Mihlali's hefty tax bill pain. Okay, so we're going to change the pain and say blessing. Okay, SARS threatens to attach her asset over non-payment. Okay, this is what SARS is not helping me here. Okay, if I'm trying to convince everybody that SARS is a blessing to us, they cannot be threatening people, okay? Let's just say SARS warning Mihlali that they are going to attach her assets over non-payment, okay? But SARS now know that SARS is, Mihlali knows now that it's a blessing, so she's probably going to pay. She's signing a check as we speak, okay? So, celebrities are characterized by showbiz commentators and polymaths as individuals who strive for stardom and then conceal themselves from the world by donning straws and shades. Half of that sentence I do not understand, okay? However, Mihlali Mihlali, a well-known content producer, appears to use the accessories as a facade to mask the emotional wounds she suffered or she sustained during her bitter dispute with the South African Revenue Service over the 580,000 rands tax bill. The Sunday World can exclusively reveal that Ndamase has been slapped with a hefty bill after failing to pay her personal income tax. Okay, according to the letter of demand that SARS sent to Ndamase, the KwaZulu-Natal Bond Rose initially owed it over 490,000 rand. So Mihlali owed SARS over 490,000 rands, but the debt has increased to more than 580,000 rands after SARS imposed about 85,000 rands in penalties and interest, okay? And you guys, listen, I always say that I think that when you receive that first letter or email or whatever from SARS, just run to SARS. Leave everything and run to SARS, okay? Find out what it's all about, okay? Sunday learned that Ndamase, who recently hogged media headlines for purchasing two Birkin handbags for 1 million, has been disputing the figure and had vowed to challenge it, but she failed to do so. Let me tell you something, you guys, okay? I know you might not listen to us, just normal people, you influencers, okay? Stop, I don't know, but maybe it's really lousy advice, because how are you going to be a content creator and influencer and not but if you buy a bag for 1 million rands, obviously SARS is sitting there calculating that if you can afford to buy a bag for 1 million rands, you must have made, more than 1 million rands. So you owe them. If you are making that purchase, you owe them, okay? I know it's a thing of sharing. This is how much my shoes are. This is how much my apartment is. This is how much my bags are. I have a collection of bags. Here is a slip. You even show the slip. Here is a slip. Here. SARS is just sitting there thinking, we don't even have to hire somebody to investigate. Okay? The information is right here. So you choose. Is it more important for us to know that you bought 1 million rand bag? Or is it important that, SARS spend some resources investigating you before they come up with an amount that you owe them? Do you want to make SARS's life easy or difficult? Okay, it's up to you. SARS sent her final letter of demand to settle the amount on June the 5th, just a month after she blew one bar on the luxury handbag, which she claimed were an investment. Listen, you guys, say whatever you will, okay? But it is not a coincidence that the same month that Mihlali shows us Ugututengis Kwamas a million, SARS is writing her a letter. It is absolutely not, okay? There is nothing that SARS can tell me that will convince me that that post did not encourage them, to rush and write the letter, okay? In a letter of demand, SARS advised her to pay the debt or enter into a payment plan with the receiver of revenue to settle it. At the time, the debt was just over 1 million. Okay, the taxman threatened to auction Ndamase's assets if she failed to do so. Okay, and I'm imagining, you guys, this is only 580,000 rands. This is from, a woman that, how much does she receives in allowances from men. So I'm just guessing she'll be calling just her man, be like, listen, I've got this tax bill here for 508. Can it be settled before the end of the day? I'm imagining that if she lives the life that we are seeing her live on social media, that, this 580,000 rands is not, According to the records of the South African Revenue Service, you have failed to pay your tax debts for one or more tax year and tax period. You are requested to make a full payment within 10 days from the date of this letter of demand, reads the letter. In this letter, SARS advised the master to apply within 10 days or business days from the date of the issuance of the issuance to arrange to pay the debts in installment if he was unable to pay the full amount. Okay. She was also advised to apply for a suspension of the debts if she intended to submit or had submitted a formal dispute or compromise of a portion of the tax, where this would provide a higher return to the fund than liquidation, sequestration, or other collection measures. Sometimes I feel like the celebrities have somebody that is really not advising them well when it comes to tax, because I feel like there's somebody that is saying, guys, just ignore the whole thing. You remember when we saw Mamkhize having a conversation with Somizi, and Somizi was dealing with tax and divorce at the same time, was dealing with SARS and divorce at the same time. And Mamkhize was like, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'll send you my lawyers. Don't worry about it. I'll send you my lawyer's contacts, you know. And I was sitting there thinking, listen, somebody that has been sitting for over 15 years, not being able to settle the disputes, the tax disputes with SARS. I'm not wanting your lawyer's numbers because they are not advising you. They are not giving you the good. Guys, for over 15 years, you cannot settle this disputes with SARS, and then you are going to share your lawyers, your accountants, contact with the other people. Absolutely the hell not. Okay. In fact, somebody should be checking those people's qualifications and their registrations and everything, because something is not right. Okay. You're losing your bags and your alcohol because you listen to these lawyers. Okay. So I'm not saying that even about Mihlali, they're listening to, Mamkhize, but we do know that Mihlali is now ex-boyfriend and Mamkhize were very close. So we never know. Okay. Somebody's telling these people, just pay me. Taxman informed the master that if failure to make the full payment or use the above remedies may result in the following actions and possibly others. SARS may appoint any third party to presently or in the future will owe you money or hold money for you to settle your tax debt with the money. Okay, this is the situation maybe she probably doesn't want. Remember, Mamkhize, when she was doing an interview, said that is what had happened when somebody had been appointed in this way for her. So when she was supposed to be paying the players, paying the bills, she did not have access to the money because someone else was in control of the funds. A civil judgment is being entered against you, in which case the warrant of execution may be issued for the sheriff of the court to attach and sell your assets. If you are a natural person, you may apply for the reduction of the amount to be paid to SARS based on your and your dependents' basic living expenses. If you are a non-natural person, you may apply for the reduction of the amount to be paid to SARS based on serious financial hardships, the papers read. The master said that she is not aware that SARS is demanding the mola. Girl, you should be at SARS's door right now, waiting for them to open their door tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, and you should go in and find out. If really honest, you don't know. If it has reached a point where they are sending you, letters of demand, but you're saying you don't know about it, then you should be the first one at their offices trying to find out. I will ask my manager to call you, she said. No. Don't. No, no. This is not the matter that you ask the manager to call. This is not a Woolworths account, okay? This is not. This is. go there yourself, because the reason you don't know probably is that your manager did get the letter and never gave it to you. Okay, so just go and see the people at SARS. They're very friendly people, except they want your money. They're very friendly. They're like, ma'am, come in, welcome to SARS. How can we help you? And then you sit on those chairs that are slippery, as a shibili guy while you're waiting. Then count the number, what? And there are a lot of counters, not like the bank where there are like 3 tellers, and 100 people waiting. I said counter number 1, counter number 1 to counter number 90, because they're making sure that you don't leave without them being able to take your money. And also, there's an online situation, okay? Just get in there and find out what's happening with you, okay? E-filing and all of that. Anyway, you guys, looking at this amount, if we have a true reflection or a true, I don't know, like if Mihlali has been showing us the real in terms of how she's living, okay, 580,000 rands is nothing to Mihlali, okay. By Tuesday, this amount should be settled, okay. But if it's different, then we might be seeing Mihlali's assets being auctioned like Mamkhize. So it just all depends. Hopefully that does not happen, okay. But for the rest of us, let's just read this comment that I'm going to find and put here, because I think that what this person said really honestly is a lesson, because there was somebody that works for SARS that says that a lot of us are focused on making money, and then we forget that whatever we are making, SARS is entitled to part of it, okay? So let's just make sure that we take care of that, okay? Jokes aside, okay? And we're not joking about Mihlali's situation. It's just that with us, honey, if we get an opportunity to laugh, we will laugh. But we're not laughing at Mihlali, because tomorrow, it's us, okay? It's us. It's just that if I get the letter, honey, I'll be the first one there by SARS's doors trying to find out, okay? You want more? With everything I've paid, you want more? And I will pay that more than they want, okay? If I don't have it, then I will make an arrangement, okay? Because this is not a typical creditor that you can sort of run around and be like, I'll see them whenever. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before we're going to share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ngitanda kakhulu.